Calling it a clamour for the introduction of biometrics, Chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, Gecom, Justice retired Claudette Singh, said this would take Guyana back to the 1990s when persons were required to have a physical identification card to vote, without which they were denied an opportunity to cast their ballot. Singh, as a High Court judge at the time, had ruled against the legal requirement in the Esther Pereira case. The use of biometrics would require a voter to use their fingerprints to determine their identity, and should the voter refuse, they will be denied the opportunity to vote. At a news conference, the Gecom chair made it clear that the introduction of biometrics and the removal of names from the voters list would require constitutional reform before that could be done.
And according to Article 164(2)(b, in order to alter the constitutional provisions 59 and 159 would require the votes of all elected members of the National Assembly. Gecom does not have the legal parameters to do this. The Attorney General has announced that there will be a constitutional reform sometime soon. A constitutional commission was already established in 2022. It hasn't yet been put in place. However, I wish to emphasize that there are safeguards in place at the place of polls to prevent any skullduggery.
Singh used Friday's press conference, intended to be a post-local government election briefing, to emphasize that there are safeguards already in place to prevent the feared skullduggery at the place of poll. That safeguard includes, among other things, a folio with the photograph and other particulars of the voter. Meanwhile, those weekly protests have also been strong in calling for a cleaning of the existing voters list, based on the claim that the list is bloated. But Singh has assured that the names of overseas Guyanese will remain on the register until such time that there is constitutional reform. Monthly efforts are made to remove the names of dead people from the voters' register. But already a ruling in the Christopher Ram versus the Attorney General and Gecom case, the Chief Justice ruled that a person cannot be removed from the list once registered and is alive.
We are statutorily required to receive a list from the General Registrar's Office as regards to those persons who would have been registered as deceased. That list is received, well received, and has been received, I should say, since my time here, where we go through a process of ensuring or verifying their existence on the National Register. And using that document, we would flag them as deceased. And that is actually the process that obtains currently as regards to removal. And I should add that that is the legal way. It's the only way persons are removed from the National Register of Registrars.
Further, the Chief Justice ruled that residency is not a requirement to vote, and as such, Guyanese living abroad could not have their names struck from the voters' register. Article 59 of the Constitution stipulates that once a person is 18 years and older and is a citizen of Guyana and registered, that person is entitled to vote.